All right, good morning, everybody. Let's do the pre-market, see what's happening in the markets today. As you can see, we're showing you guys, I just kind of adjusted some of my trend lines. The market was kind of in an uptrend, or, after reversal right here, kind of pulling back, just saying, is this going to be a bull flag? You see this hammer pattern right here. So at this point, when you see a hammer, you want to see it continue and rise. Like if you're bullish on the market, you want to see it kind of hold this support level and continue up. What's going on? Good morning, guys. So at this point, you have kind of this spinning top or this kind of doji spinning topish candle right now. So again, it's Friday, end of the week, kind of this indecision mode at this point. And you can see kind of an inverse head and shoulders right below previous close. So we'll see if this will continue up and be bullish and rise, or if it's going to trade sideways today or fall down. Got to watch and see. Sorry, guys, my allergies are kicking this morning. I try to mute you guys in the morning, but sometimes it's hard for me. All right, so let's take a look at, if you haven't been over to our website yet, bullishbears.com. Show you guys this each day. We post our day trading watch list as pretty much on a daily basis. And then we do our swing trade watch list right over here several times per week. So we post the watch list at night. And then again, every morning by 9:15 a.m., we post trade ideas gappers. So we'll take the watch list from last night. We'll see if anything's running and has a decent setup. And then we'll go over to trade ideas gappers and see if anything's going on over there and kind of just weed down the watch list. So let's take a look at some of the watch lists. Again, in the mornings, you'll see not as much volume on our watch list as you will see on ones that are going on trade ideas. And that's okay. You still want to see volume, right? But people are looking at trade ideas and they're looking at stocks like ARQL or IGC. This is where the herd is in the morning. So these are the ones that are going to kind of pump up and dump down really quick. These are the ones you'll get quick scalps on. And then our watch lists are going to be the ones that'll be more of the slower grinders. Probably out of these 6, you might see 1 or 2 of them that run really well, and other ones that just kind of go up and just are a little bit. But that's why you want to have a combination of both of these and trade the best setup. So let's go through the watch list, and then we'll pull up trade ideas. On the watch list, you'll see this one right here is ECOR. You'll see if you watch my watch list video I did last night, you'll see basically a double bottom pattern here. You want to see, if price can get above that 220-ish level, kind of pre-market. Continue up. If it can continue up, you can see there is some, again, kind of another double bottom pattern. Some resistance between that 240 to 250-ish level. So again, not saying that it's the great, this is something that's going to be, if it gets some volume and continues up, it might run 20 or 30 cents. So you could be like, big deal. That's not a big deal. Well, hey, if you're looking to scalp and you can scalp 10 cents out of that, 30 or 40 cents, where the herd isn't, this thing might get 300,000 or 400,000 volume. If you trade 1,000, 2,000 shares and you scalp 10 or 20, 10 cents or so, that could be $100, $200, in a smaller account. So, these are the ones, again, you're looking to scalp, not get too greedy as a day trader, and do a combination, again, of low floaters and higher floaters and trade the best setups. So at this point with ECOR, you can see that double bottom pattern. If it can get above 220, look between that 240 to 250 level as resistance. Again, nothing really there for volume right now. You still want to see some volume, some decent amount. You want to get a couple hundred, 200,000-300,000 volume or so, have it come in and see the pattern hold. CVM, this is one you can see pre-market, it's up around that. It kind of just popped up a little bit to that 628 level. So you see that would be right at basically a little bit above this candle here. So if it can get above that 16, 618, 628 level, see if the moving average lines will catch up, push price up. And again, you can see this one has a window to continue up, so this one could move. It's kind of still on the lower floater, but not a super low float stock. You can see kind of an inverse head and shoulders or cup and handle or a V bottom pattern. So this is going to be something, again, 4,400. This is not on anybody's radar this morning, probably other than our community, So this could be one of those inverse head and shoulders breakouts, moving average lines crossing. If it can get above this green candle here, this one might be one of those ones that you might be able to just ride the 9, So that's another strategy, guys. If you watch our videos, our momentum video on riding the 9 and our golden nuggets next level training, if you get a position, if a price breaks out and holds and you get in near the 9 moving average line, that's one of those ones that might be a slow grinder that you could ride the 9, and then when a candlestick closes below the 9, use that as your stop or a way to get out. All right, ASPN. So this one right here, again, holding its highs on the 5-minute chart. It's a bit overextended on the daily. See if it continues up. If it can, look out for 671 as resistance. So if it continues up and holds its highs and gets some volume, there's a potential of that to move, 40, 50 cents or so before it hits some resistance. And next up, HCR. Another kind of inverse head and shoulders-ish pattern. All right, so this one dropped down pre-market. Now it popped back up. You want to see it get above that 275 marker. If it can, you can see the moving average lines pinching. See if it pushes price up. If so, again, this is a high float stock. If it continues up and holds above, the support level of 275, this could move between that $3 to that $50 SMA marker. So, that's a potential for 25 to potentially 40 to 50 cent move if you can scalp 10 or 15 cents on a higher float stock in there. It just allows you to be able to be in the stock longer. With CENX, this one you want to see it get above 643. Right now it's just kind of trading sideways. If so, this might be a reversal upwards. I'd like to see it up near that 640s area pre-market. It's still got a ways to go. And CASA, this one held its highs. You can see right here again. Watch right here. If volume comes in, gets it above 618. Now you can see it has room, to go. This might be one of those, again, been selling off. Possible reversal, was oversold. If it can get above 618, that one has the ability to continue up. Watch between, I'd look at probably 650 and then 691 as resistance. So hopefully you guys are seeing value in these. Our watch list and alerts really fire off. And as you can see, there are a lot of setups here that, look pre-market. Hardly any volume. Nobody's paying attention to them. But I bet money at some point this morning, 1 or 2 out of these 6 might get 200,000-300,000 volume, and we'll move up, or you might have a decent setup between 1 or 2 of these while everybody's looking elsewhere. All right. So now let's take a look at trade ideas, and you'll see we posted each morning here right under scanners, and we'll see the top gappers. And let's pull up ARQL. That's one that's got a lot of volume this morning. All right. This one has, let's see here. Kind of a cup and handle-ish here. Cup, handle, pullback. You can see pre-market high is $10, right? Previous high was $7.93 down here. And now you kind of have this symmetrical triangle-ish pattern or pennant-ish pattern. So at this point, keep an eye on ARQL. You can see cup and handle. It broke out of the top kind of that cup around 793 down here. Now it's kind of trading inside of this symmetrical triangle. Now you want to see it go and break out and continue above and see if it can get above $10. So ARQL, we'll keep an eye on from trade ideas. IGC, you can see this one has quite a bit of volume. That's low, kind of a lower-ish, not super low, but let's take a look at IGC. Now, IGC is one of those stocks that looks like it's doing that dollar break, right? So it's breaking out, you know, getting buried, doing nothing, and then potentially now breaking out over $1. So these are ones when a stock goes and breaks above $1, you'll see many times those pumps, gets a good pump up. You'll see it pumped up to that $1.35 pre-market. Looks like there's some potential news on it right here. I think it's a hemp stock. So you can see another one, kind of a symmetrical triangle-ish. So you'll see pre-market high of $1.35. You know, kind of like this, right? So kind of a symmetrical triangle-ish pattern. See if it can break out, continue above, get above 135. And then keep an eye right here, that pink line's a 50 SMA, the black line's the 200 SMA, lots of overhead resistance. So, but basically a couple of these patterns have symmetrical triangles right now. Let's see what else we got here. Maybe let's look at Heb. Not really digging that one at the moment. Not a whole heck of a lot this morning. Let's look at a little bit bigger of one, FVRR. Yeah, don't like that one. Let's go over to some couple large caps. Let's see if there's anything going on there this morning. So 3M looks like it's poking up a little bit pre-market, right around that 169-ish marker. Right around in there. Again, very light on volume, but don't sleep on this one. This one, you can see kind of a left shoulder ahead, kind of a right shoulder, also kind of a flag potential pattern. And you can see possible cup and handle-ish. So this one may be creeping to break out and do a reversal. So if you kind of look on the daily chart here, right here, you can see this may be kind of a flag setting up right here, or a pennant-ish kind of in here. So if this can go and break out of that 169, 170-ish marker, if it can go, continue up here, get above kind of that 169-ish area, this one might have a pop to continue upwards. So keep an eye on this one. Moving average lines are pinching. See if they cross and push and kind of break price out, and see if it'll be a reversal on the daily. You can see here as well, maybe setting up kind of cup and handle-ish or inverse head and shoulders-ish. So 3M is definitely one to keep an eye on as a possible sleeper of a breakout. that's kind of looking it right now, guys. Keep an eye on futures. So futures looks like they're trying to move green right now. So you can see that inverse head and shoulders pattern. That orange line is previous close. Looks like it may be trying to move up. Let's see if it can hold here and continue upwards. Gotta watch and see. So again, guys, we do live streaming each morning over here. If you're a member, you would just log in right up here. Come and watch us stream right over here. We have our day trade room, swing trade room over here. You can come in, and every morning for a couple hours we're streaming, going over what's happening. So again, there's a couple to keep an eye on right now, but that's why we share our trade ideas scanner live each day too, so you can keep an eye on our scanner, see what's popping up. So obviously at the open, there'll probably be more different plays going on than just what we're watching in the pre-market. So that's why we have our watch list. We talk about them. We show, live each day what's happening in our trade rooms, what's pulling up on the scanners. We're mapping out support, resistance, showing you all that good stuff. And again, make sure you check our watch list each night over here, our day trade and swing trade watch list. And then read about our trade alerts. We have two different types of trade alerts. We have trade alert setups. Those are, key breakout and breakdown areas that we're mapping out for you to, with notes. So you'll see where stocks going to break out or break down, and you decide whether you're going to take the trade. And then we have our real-time trade alerts for larger cap stocks and options. So you can subscribe to those up there. So we have two different types of alert services. So make sure you read about how they work. And then we have our free courses section over here to help you get started in the stock market. And again, we do post our trade ideas gappers each day by 9:15. So, all right, guys, if you are not a member of our community yet, the link is below. You could try us out. We do have a 14-day trial if you want to see what we're all about and test us out. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all later. Enjoy.